So I have a date circled on my calendar. Maybe it's circled on yours. September 20th. I
Yes.
think that if the A's and the city don't have a really clear idea of the proposal by that day, then I don't know that you guys can vote before the end of the year. And if you don't vote by the end of the year, I don't really feel good about this thing happening. So is there anything that could make me feel better about that?
Yeah, so let's go to the reason why you circled September 20th, right? I mean, the reason why you circled that is because at the Rules Committee, I, as the chair of it, scheduled Councilmember Noel Gallo's, proposal to actually have a cost benefit analysis, and it's a independent third party cost benefit analysis. So actually, we need to see a proposal before that. I don't know if you recall, but both myself and Councilmember Kolb has stated on the dais when we scheduled it, we do not want to see a proposal on the same day that we're having this cost benefit analysis. We must be given the proposal ahead of time prior to that meeting so that, of course, we can go through it and then have the cost benefit analysis. And so that's the timeline that we're working in. I mean, obviously, we can come back, and if city staff say, hey, we're not going to be ready with the cost benefit proposal until like October, then we will move that item to October. That has not happened yet. And so there's a lot of different things that are just kind of hanging in flux. If we don't see a cost benefit analysis sometime soon, by October or what have you, I mean, it doesn't mean that we on the council wouldn't be able to vote for it. We could still vote for it in December, right? We will have a new administration come January, new council members, at least two, I believe. And so, how things move from there, that is what's in flux right now, right?
Yeah.
Depending on leadership.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting that you pointed out that if it's like, hey, we're close, we're not there, you could move it back a little bit, but you're saying past October, it would be very, very hard to vote like on an actual binding vote on a development agreement, community benefits agreement by the end of the year, right?
Yeah, because you're going to see the cost benefit analysis. I mean, nothing is just straightforward, right, Casey? So we're going to see the cost benefit analysis, and there's going to be some tweaks that we want to do. We're going to talk to community. We're going to go, I know the council members will go out and have town halls to say, what do you think about these cost benefit analysis? So it's time because I know a lot of us, including myself, we want to go to community and ask our constituents, how do you feel about this? And so it's those town halls and then finessing it to, I'm not saying that it's not doable. I'm just saying like it is cutting it really close. And so October, November, I don't know about November, but yes, by the end of October would be actually, if we do push it off, the cost benefit analysis should be reviewed in October so we can do the community engagement.
Yeah, and that's critically important. I think people see this and it's like, just get it done, get it done. It's like, you need the numbers. Mm-hmm. You need time to look over the numbers. You need time to schedule things. And then you have to be able to talk to your constituents in the community. And that stuff takes time. Obviously, there's kind of a deadline here, but that is critically important in this process. So I know people watching this, I'd like them to understand it. It's not like you can just snap your fingers and here's the numbers. Vote. That's not how this works.
Yeah, no, that's not how it works. Again, it's negotiations, right? In any kind of negotiation, the papers are passed back and forth multiple times.
Yeah.
And so, again, it's all in the details. We want to make sure that we get this right. And as policy, as legislators, we want to read through every single word because we don't want to get stuck with a bad proposal, a bad contract, or what have you. And so you have to do your due diligence, and sometimes that takes time, and it's worth it.
Just drafting the documents, the lawyers. Like everything's got to happen. So it's time. Time, unfortunately, isn't on anyone's side at this point.